Hello data enthusiasts. In this video, we are going to learn to build Scatterplot using Matplotlib. This video is not for those who just want to get things done quickly. This video is for those top 1% data enthusiasts like yourself who takes the extra step to add meaning and value to their plots. Here we are using a housing dataset which is available in the Kaggle. I'll attach the link in the description below. Let us quickly import the necessary libraries, pandas and matplotlib and then load the dataset. Okay, so we see our housing dataset has 20,000 records and 10 attributes. We are going to consider that based on the latitudes and longitudes, how our data points are scattered, right? How our data points are scattered in the latitude longitude space. So let us quickly head over and make a plot, scatter plot. So we take plt.scatter, we pass the x attribute, housing latitude, and y attribute, housing longitude. Scatter plots work with numerical data points. Okay, so both of these are numerical attributes and we call plt.show. Now we build our scatter plot here, but does this scatter plot add much value to the end user? Well, certainly not. In order to add more value, more meaning to this plot, we need to make certain changes. Say for example, we want to see the population density in the different regions. So for that, we shall use the parameter S. S is used for size, determining the size of these data points. So if the size is higher, which means the population density of that region is higher, and if the size is small, which means the population density of that region is small. Let us quickly execute this, right? We have plt.scatter, the x attribute, y attribute, we pass the housing, population, and we are dividing it by 100 in order to keep it to the same scale as our longitude and latitude. Okay, so we see now we are able to visualize some of the population clusters here, right? We see this is a high population cluster, this is also a high population cluster, whereas other regions like this are low population density clusters, right? Now what if you think and want to add more value to this? What if you want to determine based on the different regions which regions are having higher value, higher house value, right? Because in your housing data set, some of the key attributes here you have the median house value, median income, median households, different attributes. Based on this, we want to determine how the house value is varying by the region. So what we will do, we will use the parameter C. C is used for the coloring, right? How do you want the colors to be spread out? Color distribution. Okay, so we again call our housing latitude, longitude, we pass S population, we pass C the housing median value, and we divide it by 10,000 to again keep things to the same scale. Okay, let me now as we execute it, we see that there are certain regions marked differently with different colors, and there are high population density regions, there are low population density regions, and we are able to draw some meaning for our plots. But still this coloring is incomplete. We need to add a color bar. For that, we shall call plt.colorbar and let us see the magic. Now we see that our plot is able to give us more information, as we know that the regions marked in yellow green are having a higher median house value as compared to other regions. So one important insight that we can quickly draw from this plot is regions with higher population density also tend to have higher median house value, right? So this adds meaning and value to your plot. You can also go ahead and add titles and labels as suitable. And here we saw how to add meaningful scatter plots. Another important thing that I want to show you here is if you want to add custom colors to the different data points, right? For that, you can specify a list of valid colors, right? We have taken 6 points X and 6 points Y. So we are specifying 6 different colors, and we call the scatter function by passing the colors here, right? If it did not pass the colors here, earlier we passed the median house value, so it determines the distribution. Instead, here we are directly passing the colors themselves. Okay, so we see we have 6 different data points and each of them are marked in different colors as we specified here. Now the most important thing that the thing that confuses most people while making detailed scatter plots is the CMap. CMap in Matplotlib allows you to choose the coloring pattern. Here earlier we did not specify any CMap. So by default it chooses a CMap of Viridis. What is Viridis? I'll attach this link in the description wherein you can go and check the different color maps available with Matplotlib. You see there are perceptually uniform sequential color maps such as Viridis, Plasma, Inferno. We also have discrete color maps. Here is another example of sequential color maps, diverging color maps, cyclic, right? These are discrete qualitative color maps. So there are multiple color maps that you can use in Matplotlib by specifying this CMap attribute, okay, or CMap parameter as here, right? We are specifying the CMap plasma. So quickly we shall run this and see our plots. So we see we are making a scatter plot wherein based on the latitude and longitude we are able to determine the population density, their median house value, and we also have the color bar to help us interpret this information. Hope you had a smooth learning experience. See you in the next lecture. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Jai Hind. I am Saurav Agarwal. You are watching Datahat. If you like the content, make sure to give it a thumbs up.